LP Mama is another good one, right? LP Mama. This is going to guide your conversation. So again, you're not taking an order. You're not attacking anyone. Oh, you want to see 123 Main Street? Well, are you pre-approved? How much money do you have in the bank? Well, why, your pre-approval is old. You have to get that redone. Oh, you don't have a pre-approval? You have to speak to it. If you start attacking people, or, acting as if you don't want to work with them because of certain things, or, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's not guidance. It's not conversation. There is no relationship or trust being built. It's just you kind of being an order taker and attacking them about what they need to do, and they're not going to stick with you. So during your conversation, family, occupation, recreation, dream, just the art of conversation, you're going to talk to them about LP Mama. So location. I see the address of the property you wanted information on. What are the areas where you would love to see your home? Are you looking at any other neighborhoods, areas, zip codes? Price. The property is listed at $800,000. Where does that fall in your budget? High, about right, low? That is going to give you an idea of how much they want to spend instead of actually saying, well, how much do you want to spend? You want to spend more than that? Oh, that's a lot. You're not going to get that for that price, right? Motivation. This one should be, like highlighted, blinking, written in permanent marker on your forehead so you see it every morning. Motivation is the key to anything. Someone can have $0 in the bank, no pre-approval, a terrible credit score. If you have a good conversation with them and they are motivated to buy, it may take them a year to get their act together, but that person will come back to you if you stay in touch and they are motivated enough, right? Same goes for the opposite. Someone can have $10 million in the bank. They could be telling you that they're going to buy cash, right? And all of a sudden you start salivating like, oh my God, this person has 10 million in the bank and they're buying cash. Oh my God. You're focusing on nothing else but this person, right? And maybe that person's just not in a rush to buy. Maybe they're just window shopping. But because you hear, right, the things that you think matter, oh, 10 million cash, oh, cash buyer, the money's in the bank, oh my God. You get inundated with these little things, and you're not focusing on whether the person is actually motivated to buy. Do they need to sell to buy? If we find your dream house, will you be ready to make an offer? When are you planning to move? These simple little questions will help you determine how motivated a buyer is. Agent, this is a big one. I've had a lot of people tell me that they don't ask this question. Maybe they're nervous to ask the question, or they forget to ask this question. Have you signed with another agent? What is your agent's name? How many offers have you written? The thing is, if you do not ask this question, and I've had people do this, you make an appointment with the buyer, right? The buyer calls you up. Hey, I want to see 123 Main Street. Okay, great. Thursday, 4:00. All right. Set them up. You show up at 123 Main Street on Thursday at 4:00, and they show up with their agent. And then it's you, their agent, and the listing agent. And you're sitting there with your hands in your pockets and you want to cry because you just wasted your time, right? Have the conversation. Mortgage. Which lender are you currently working with? Are you paying with cash? Are you pre-approved for a certain amount, or are you planning to pay cash? Right? All of these things are just conversation. Faik says guilty, right? Guilty. It's happened to almost everyone. I can guarantee it, that you've shown up to appointments and you find out the person has an agent. And your last thing after mortgage is appointments. So let me just go back to mortgage for 1 second. If they say that they don't have a lender, we all know, hey, call our buddies at Freedom. They'll get you pre-approved, and then they'll let Freedom do their job. And let me say this, when you connect someone with a lender, right? If you're going to say, hey, call my buddies at Freedom, this is what you're going to do. You are going to do a 3-way call and get Freedom on the phone ASAP and have them talk to your customer on a 3-way call, exchange information so that they can continue the conversation. But If you just give a buyer, oh, well, here, call my buddy Dimitri. Yeah, he'll get you pre-approved. That buyer is not going to call Dimitri. They might, but most likely they're not. If you cannot get them on the phone at that moment, you share the buyer's information with Dimitri. Let Dimitri call the buyer. Okay? I hope we all wrote that down. And last but not least, appointment. I have openings tomorrow, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Which works best for us to meet for a buyer consultation? Now, maybe in this day and age, we're not meeting so much for buyer consultations, but you want to at least try and close for some sort of appointment. Okay, so you want to see 123 Main Street Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'll work on setting that up. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see. Maybe we could see a few things at the same time. If not, we'll see 1 or 2 things on Thursday, and then maybe we'll make some appointments on Saturday for some other things. Quick tips. All right, quick tips. Do not dominate a conversation and make it all about you. A monologue is not a conversation. The idea is to ask those open-ended questions and get the buyer talking. People love to talk about their kids, their pets, sometimes their jobs, any recreational. This is where Ford comes in, family, occupation, recreation, dream. People love to talk about things, especially about themselves and about their family and things like that. Get them talking. And if you are a good listener, you will be able to discover the motivation of that buyer. Show genuine interest and curiosity in others. If you are not genuine about your interest, you do not win. So sometimes they say too much, Faik says. Yeah, sometimes you're going to get those people that are talkers and you have to work on controlling the conversation. That is true. But people with word vomit, as I like to call it, you will get to know everything about them. And that's a good thing. I'd rather have someone that doesn't shut up and tells me everything about them so that I know every little thing, as opposed to someone that I know nothing about. But show genuine interest and curiosity in other people. Because if you're not genuine about the interest that you have, they're gonna know that, and they're not gonna stick with you. Strive for balance of give and take. So this kind of goes along with what he said. You have some people that are just like talk. So you're giving them some information, you're taking some information from them, you control the conversation. If you are in person, make sure you are being an active listener. By this, you are making good eye contact with them. If they're yapping and you're just checking your phone and answering text messages, you lose. Bad you, right? Make sure you are asking those pertinent questions as well. Train yourself to relax by using visualization, meditation, or other relaxation methods. Being relaxed is vital for a good conversation. Someone can tell when you're anxious. If you, like I said, checking your phone every three seconds, oh my God, somebody texting me? Is somebody texting me? A 5-minute conversation with someone, your phone will be okay for 5 minutes. Do not interrupt and cut in with your own ideas before the person is finished speaking, right? Do not interrupt people. Let them finish their thought. And then if you have to say something about what they said, let them finish, and then you say what you need to say. And then the rest, maintain an open mind. Everyone has the right to express themselves, even if you don't agree with what they're saying. So if they want to tell you, if you know that this house is beautiful, they're not going to get anything like it, yes, you may want to tell them that. But if they want to tell you how much they hate it, then so be it. If they want to tell you that they want to spend this much for that, you want to give them advice, you want to educate them, but you don't want to, like downplay what they're saying or tell them like, oh, you're crazy. You're not going to get that. You educate them, show them the facts, show them the data. And this is an important one. Although this is cliche, try to avoid topics such as sex, religion, and politics. You would be surprised at how many people get trapped by them and end up in a verbal battle, not a conversation. These things can sometimes drum up a lot of, everybody has their personal opinions and feelings. And if you don't agree with the other person, you are going to end up, like this says, in a verbal battle, not a conversation. So stay away from those topics. Focus on the relationship of the business, of real estate, of finding them a house, getting them to their dream. Now, obviously, you have to be able to connect with people. So if there is someone that you just genuinely are not connecting with, so be it. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You don't have to work with that person, and they don't have to work with you. Not everyone is going to like you. I'm going to say that again. Not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. There will be another person, okay? Be prepared by staying on top of the latest news, developments, and world events. Again, that data, this is why we try to share as much as we can on our Tuesday town halls, so that, you can try and stay ahead of the game and have that data on hand. But do your own education, right? Mike always talks about, lead conversion, lead generation, client care, and education. Education is there. By educating yourself and staying on top of it, you will have things to share in your conversations. And last but not least, be approachable, stay relaxed, smile, and maintain a friendly attitude. Smile and maintain a friendly attitude. Even if you had the worst day ever, if you plan on going on an appointment and meeting with the buyer, smile and maintain a friendly attitude. You have to do your best. And I know it's not easy. Believe me, I understand. But you need to do your best to stay excited, genuine, smile, and have that friendly attitude. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And let's see, we got something in the chat here. Same like on a first date. Exactly. You could have had a really bad day, but if you decide to go out on that first date and you're going to meet this person, this is your impression, right? So first date, first buyer meeting, first impression. Same thing if you're going on a listing appointment. This is your first impression. This is an impression that you are leaving on. Think about yourself when you meet with people and the impression that you get from them. If it's a good, positive impression, then you're good. You know that that's going to go on the first, it's going to go further. If you don't, and you're miserable, or you just, you bring your personal things with you, it is not going to help you win that conversation. And that's what this is about, winning that conversation. All right, guys. Again, thank you for joining me for this. We're going to give it up to Ala next. Just hang on one second.